Hey, welcome back in today's video. Woo! Oh man, we got some update, we got some news. There's a possible collaboration with Grimes and that Poppy. But it looks like Grimes was advised against it, and it looks like she's getting a little bit of backlash with her fans. Also, where the heck did that Poppy's video for money go? So right off the bat, if you're not familiar with Grimes, Claire Elise Boucher, known professionally as Grimes, is a Canadian musician, songwriter, record producer, and visual artist. Boucher, if I'm saying that wrong, I'm sorry, released the studio albums Giddy Primes and How Faxa in 2010 and signed a recording contract with 4AD in 2011. She was born March 17th, 1988, making her age of 30 years, and she's the height of 5'5". Just a day ago, she teased us with a possible collaboration of that Poppy. Here's the first photo that came out, and then here is the second photo that came out. Now, personally, I don't think that this is a good move on Grimes' part. It looks like she was advised against it. Similarly, like, it could possibly not be a good move for that Poppy either, considering her situation. This is going to put a lot more eyes on that. As you can see in the comments in this first photo, it says, what situation? What should I look up? She works deeply with a man who beats women. And other comments saying, really, is this the attention that you need? Another interesting thing is that she appeared on Janelle Monáe's new album Dirty Computer, teaming up with Monáe on the single Pink. And I just did a video on her just the other day. Grimes' fans are not taking this in a very good way. Your fans are hurting how Grimes' lovers are reacting to her controversial Poppy collaboration. Poppy, the performance artist, is currently being sued for identity copying. In the past few months, Grimes has gone a bit rogue. Back in February, the Canadian electro-pop innovator called 4AD the record company she signed to a shit label. So she's very unhappy with her label. Maybe she's having a crisis and she's making horrible decisions. Who really knows? It talks about her faultless Janelle Monáe collaboration in Pink. But in April, she reveals that she's been working with controversial performance artist Poppy in a series of Instagram and Twitter posts. For the first time in Claire Boucher's music career, she made a decision her fans are genuinely unhappy with. Poppy being tied into the Mars Argo lawsuit, and just more recently, which we'll get into that later, the video Money was taken down because they were caught. If you want to know what they were caught doing, hang on, we'll get to that. So they announced it over Twitter and Instagram. The replies from fans were almost uniformly incredulous. A lot of your fans are hurting from this. One fan wrote in the Instagram comment, "So much respect for you," wrote another. "But a real artist should be able to tell that from someone who stole credit from someone else." The top reply on Twitter read, "We don't want this, sister." Right now, Poppy and her creative partner Titanic Sinclair are facing a lawsuit from Titanic Sinclair's former partner Mars Argo over the content and presentation of Poppy's videos, as well as allegations of emotional and psychological abuse and manipulation allegedly committed by Titanic Sinclair. Some fans appear to be reading Grimes' collaboration with Poppy as indirect, but a tactic to support Titanic Sinclair. And I can see why they're thinking this. I mean, Titanic Sinclair is an abuser, beats women. That's pretty hardcore to want to team up with. It can be really demeaning to the fan base. Probably not a great decision, especially when she was more recently caught copying someone else. The evidence mounting in this lawsuit is crazy. One fan said, "Please don't do this to your brand, Claire. You've shown yourself to be anti-abuse and pro-survivor. Grimes, you cannot be for women and their rights and support Poppy and Titanic Sinclair. He was abusive and manipulative." And then provides evidence from the lawsuit. Another one says, "If you actually release something with this abuser, copier, you'll rightfully lose many fans. This goes beyond just art. We all thought better of you and what you support." And I mean, the list goes completely on. If you guys are new to this lawsuit and you don't know, I'm gonna put, this is the playlist that explains a lot of stuff that's going on in the lawsuit. And if you want to keep up with the news, you can go over to the Repzilla Twitter. We post updates on the lawsuit, and it kind of can bring you up to speed. Okay, a lot of you guys have noticed that Poppy's song Money, the video is no longer up. Now, we pointed out a couple days ago, let's go to the Repzilla Twitter. Money, the video is gone, but the song only is still up. Looks like you're probably right about the takedown reason. I suppose someone must have reached out to the artist they stole from, and the artist cared to deal with the situation. Oh, they're in more trouble now. I'm assuming the original artist didn't give them permission. Yep, it's gone. Maybe copyright violations. That's right. So Poppy and Titanic Sinclair are not only copying Mars Argo, but they are copying other things. What else have they copied? They've been caught red-handed so many times in so many different things. Let me see if I can get that screenshot of the actual artist complaining. Here's a screenshot of the video actually not being available. Okay, here it is. So, these images in the Money video and many other images that they used were not their own. Here is the actual owner of it. They said this cannot be used outside of DeviantArt without my permission. If used within DeviantArt on my profile, it must be linked back to this page. You cannot use this in any other way without my permission, thanks. Then they say, thanks so much for showing me. Although it was cool to see in a video, I wasn't asked permission or paid for any work. They stole from this person. They did not credit to this person. What do they expect? They are in the middle of a lawsuit. You can see this lawsuit is insanely incriminating. Abuse, oh man, it's pretty hardcore. Another thing that you see, this Grimes collaboration is coming up right in the middle of this. It looks like another attempt to try to distract, to get the eyes off the fact that they're doing so much wrong. But we're not fooled. But I thought this was very interesting. This is a picture of Grimes on the same tennis court. Yes, the same tennis court from the Mars Argo lawsuit involving Poppy, where Poppy was on the same tennis court. I mean, I know that this is interesting, but there's always something that's more interesting to me. That's right, you guessed it. I want to know what you think. So why don't you go ahead and leave your creative and/or interesting responses in the comment box below. Thumbs up for those likes, and as always, brothers and sisters, I will see you in the next video. I mean, in my opinion, it's not a smart move for Grimes to team up with Poppy and Titanic Sinclair in the middle of this controversial YouTube lawsuit. Especially if she's more of an activist person that's just pro-survive, and Titanic Sinclair has literally abused and punched Mars Argo directly in the face. This is crazy. Probably not the smartest decision. She's been advised against it. Will this collaboration actually happen? I'll be honest with you, I think as the more of the negativity flows in, she's probably going to decide against it. But then again, Grimes does seem like she doesn't really listen to advice that much, so I guess we will see. But I know that you're repping. If you're not repping, you're Greg. And how do you become a member of the Ret Squad? All you gotta do is subscribe with notifications turned on. Be in the comment section after every single video, because I'm gonna be there, Greg the Cat's gonna be there, and the rest of the Rep Squad is going to be there. And I expect to see you there too, because this channel loves you.